recently, like the first two episodes of season 3 of One Punch Man came out. It is so freaking bad. Let's just say this. I have seen presentations with more motion than the animation of two episodes combined. It is gut-wrenchingly bad to the point where if you're like a One Punch Man fan, you've been waiting for like, I don't know, like 3-4 years ever since season 2 came out. No name animes are getting like god tier super pristine animations, but then when it comes to like really beloved titles like One Punch Man and like the second season of Blue Lock, the Junji Ito anime, like all these are like such big properties and like with such massive and like dedicated fan base when it comes to their mangas. The fact that they can't cook up a good animation for like pristine properties is honestly baffling. Like season 2 of Blue Lock, for example, like the whole anime except for the last episodes were like just choppy JPEGs just moving around in the screen. It's baffling to me because I really love Blue Lock and I plan to like make a full length video about it. But Blue Lock is like my favorite sport anime ever. For me at least, Blue Lock, just manga, is so freaking amazing. But then like you see the animation and like I passionately talk about Blue Lock to everyone that I meet, especially if you have watched some anime. But when they ask me whether they should watch the anime, I just tell them to skip over it except for like the first season and like the last episode of the second season. So yeah, there's like two sides to this conversation. Maybe they're just like putting like really bad animation for like the non-relevant scenes, and then like whenever there is like an actual fight scene, there's like the actual pivotal moment, they're like conserving all their resources for that scene. Like that is one thing, which is what Blue Lock season 2 did. Maybe they're doing that for One Punch Man, I don't know. Honestly, the fact that you waited so long for season 3 and then you get, I don't know what this is honestly like nerve-wracking. But One Punch Man is like has a very dedicated fan base. People are so in awe of the manga. It was like, I remember when it came out, it was like freaking everywhere. 4 or 5 years down the line, at season 3 just watered down the animation quality, and like basically you spent the better part of the last 5 years building up these characters. You have Saitama, you have Garo, you have Genos, like all these really cool characters in that universe. Like you build these characters up and then you just like piss them down the line with season 3's animation, which is just so freaking baffling, man. But hopefully, fingers crossed for this one, maybe down the line they're like saving their resources for like a pivotal, I don't know, moment. I've not read the manga for this one because for me, I much prefer watching the anime. Like for example, Gachiakuta, like it's airing anime right now. I remember like just reading a few panels of Gachiakuta when, I don't know, when the manga first came out, and I really liked it. So whenever there's like a good manga that I really like, I just stop reading it because I much rather wait for the anime and experience like the manga as like a visual representation of anime than like read the manga. Like I like watching it and having different people work on it, like with voice acting, with like background design, all these, than like actually read the manga. Again, no hate for manga readers, but like it's not a cup of tea for me unless it's like a manga which is like really good and like there's no hope in sight for like the animation for that manga to come out. Something like Berserk. I don't know if Gantz has like an anime, but Gantz is one more really big manga that I really loved. Same thing with Blam. I don't know how you pronounce that. Like these are the mangas which I think like I enjoy more reading the manga than probably not with Gantz. If Gantz has like a good animation, I know there's some animation, I don't know if it's good, but I had really fun reading the manga. One of the reasons why publishers or producers or whatever you want to call them are really comfortable with releasing like really bad and really choppy animation is they already know like the property at hand, like Blue Lock and One Punch Man, Junji Ito's animation. Like all these properties are already freaking huge, and the authors or the previous animators have spent a lot of time sort of building up the base. So in the producer's mind, they know that if they like even fart out like a bad animation, people will still flock to it. Like me, for example, like for a really long time, I didn't read the manga, even though I really loved Blue Lock. I didn't read the manga part of season 2 and beyond, But when season 2 came out, I just went full throttle on the manga, and like I'm following like I'm up to date with Blue Lock's manga, and like I don't expect them to like have a good animation when season 3 comes out. It's honestly baffling to me. It's sad because like a lot of people have waited for a really long time for in expectation of like watching the anime, even though the source material is already out there. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to like yap about this, just give my perspective on. It's just infuriating that big mangas are getting such bad choppy animation. But yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think about like bad animation in anime in the past few years. Like this problem has only been in the last few years. Like if you go back a decade ago, yeah, there was like a bit of a bad voice acting here and there, a bit of choppy animation here and there, but like people still like you didn't have a JPEG just sliding down a mountain hill, which is what I want, which I forgot to mention. So there is this one scene in like the second episode of season 3 in One Punch Man where Garo, who's like the big bad guy, not yet, but he's like one of the big bads, and he's basically like has to like walk down a slope, has to like come down a mountain. So instead of animating him walking down the mountain, they just take his PNG or JPEG or whatever and just like drag it down the mountain. It's just way bad, man. It is really, really bad. But that's been about it. Let me know what you think about copy animation. I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna wait for like another episode of One Punch Man. If it's bad, I'm gonna start reading the manga, I guess. But yeah, that's been about it.